We're on Terumot, Perek Yud, Mishnah, Vav. So we continue in the last Mishnah. We discuss what happens if fenugreek fell into a bor shel yain, fell into a well of wine. And we noted that in our fenugreek plant, fenugreek has seeds, from which they made the spice and that was considered a food, but it also has a stalk. It has a stalk and leaves. And the stalk and the leaves had the same attribute, had the same taste qualities as the fenugreek seeds themselves. Even though the seeds were not considered part of the food, nonetheless, it had taste. And we talked about the idea that it was tam eso pirio shaveh. And for different halachot, it would depend upon what halacha you were referring to decide whether netinat tam was important or not. So this Mishnah is going to be a continuation of that Mishnah and discuss other aspects of tiltan of fenugreek. Says the Mishnah, Misha yilu chavilei tiltan bikla'ei hakerem. If I have stalks of tiltan, of fenugreek, kla'ei hakerem, meaning they grew in the proximity of a vineyard of grapes, says the Mishnah, yidaleku, you have to burn them, you have to destroy them. You can't even benefit from their burning. Why? Says the Bartanura, Afa eitz ne'esar. It's not just the fruit that's asur, also the stalk is asur. Sheklai hakerem tu'unim sreifa. As we learned in Kilaim, klai hakerem must be destroyed. Tichtiv pen tikdash hamaleah, pen tu kadesh. Whether pen lest tikdash hamaleah, don't plant different species together because lest tikdash, it'll become kadosh, i.e. prohibited. Hayulo chavil nu halacha. Hayulo chavilei tiltan shel tevel. Let's say I have stalks of fenugreek of tevel, i.e. they're not designated yet. Kotesh, you crush them. Umachashev kama zera yesh behem, and you evaluate, you estimate how many seeds are in there. Umafrisha tazera ve'eno tzarich lafrisha ta'etz. When I'm deciding how much truma to give, remember we said you give truma min ha'omed. I evaluate, I give an estimated amount. So in this case, even though we said eitzo upirio shaveh, the seeds and the stalks have the same amount of taste, in this case, I'm estimating how much seeds are in them, and therefore I designate truma from the seeds, and I don't have to designate from the eitz, from the stalks themselves. But, says the Mishnah, im hifrish, let's say I designated not from the seeds, but also from the stalks, lo yomar echtosh ve'etola ta'etz ve'etena tazera, then you can't say afterwards, so I have these tiltan, and I took off, I have stalks of tiltan, okay? I have bunches of tiltan, bunches of fenugreek. They have a picture of bunches? No, they do not. I don't know, okay? I got bunches of fenugreek. Google's got a lot of pictures. I got bunches of fenugreek. And I say, take off a bunch, and I say, okay, this goes to the Kohen. And then I realize, but I don't have to give the Kohen the stalks. Can I then say, okay, since Truma is only in food, I'm going to give him only the seeds? Says the Mishnah, no. Lo yomar echdosh ve'etola ta'etz ve'etena tazera. I will not say, you can't say, okay, now once I designated this Truma stock, this Truma bundle, I'm going to crush it and then take off the seeds and give him only the seeds. Ela noten ha'etz imazera. Even though it's not truma because we said truma only applies to the seeds, that's really about tenura. Before I crushed it, I designated. I can't then designate the seeds and keep the stalks for myself. Why? Once it's called truma, once I designate it and called it truma, then I have to give it to the kohen. Okay, and it's only din rabbanan. It's a din. Clearly, it's not din d'oraita that you have to give it. It's not truma d'oraita, but nonetheless, if you call something truma, you have to treat it as truma. Okay, I just want to point out that the Kahati notes there's a whole long discussion in the Gemara in Beitzah, a different learning of this Gemara, and it talks about the Gemara learns this Mishnah in a different way entirely. That it's talking about trumat maaser. I don't want to get into it. It's a little complicated and confusing, and I don't think it's necessary to understand the simple explanation and understanding of the Mishnah. We'll stop here. We'll dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman, and as always, comments, questions, arspalter@gmail.com. Have a great day.